The new iPad was announced, and here's what I think about it. So, this thing is about to start shipping, and I was really tempted to try to get one. However, I do have this, and this is the Galaxy Tab S3. Comparable to an iPad, for the simple fact, it has this right here. It's the S Pen, redesigned, a little bit thicker than this S Pen in the phones for tablets. The iPad looks sharp. However, I'm an Android guy. This new iPad, though, was very tempting. With all this new talk of the processors and what have you, kind of felt like I needed it. But I changed my mind because I went to Best Buy today, looked at the older generations, and realized that I cannot handle iOS. However, this is also trash. I think what I'm getting at is nobody really needs a tablet. I got this Tab S3. I thought I would do a little creative work on it. Maybe some video editing from time to time, some light video editing. And the reason I was tempted to get this new iPad is because it's so powerful. However, it still only runs iOS kind of stripped down apps. They were talking about all this new Adobe stuff that's coming out in the future, and maybe in the future it will be worth buying it, but for now you're still stuck and limited with iOS. They have the USB-C port. Everybody's making a big deal about that. USB-C on Tab S3. Everybody's making such a fuss about how you can attach it to monitors and attach all kinds of different USB-C things to it. I get it. If you've been stuck on an Apple device forever, this is exciting news. It's not worth it for me. I can do all the same stuff here, except with the iOS, you cannot utilize expandable storage. So if you have a USB-C to micro SD card reader, you cannot utilize that. There are some workarounds to try to get your media off of it, but that alone is enough to make me not like it, because then you are completely stuck to the ecosystem and having to rely on iOS and Apple to get your media. It's not for me. Everybody's talking about the new pencil. Well, guess what? This pencil does not need to be charged on the Tab S3. It just works. And they're talking about the new pencil having the touch built into the pen now. This has the button, so you don't have to worry about accidentally pressing it. You actually have to physically press this button in instead of just accidentally touching a touch sensor. And guess what? This comes with the tab. You don't have to buy this. It's not $130 like the new pencil is. There is nowhere to clip it on, which I have this case, which I'm sure if you have the new iPad, you're going to put that sucker in a case, with it being upwards of $1,000. But I have this case, and the pen will clip into there. I'm not sure how. It's very similar, actually, I'm pretty sure, to how it will look with the case on the new iPad. It'll be hanging right out on the outside of the case, where it could be knocked off. This snaps it in. It's pretty secure. You don't have to worry about it falling off or anything. I want to make this video because I'm sure other people out there are wondering, should I get the new iPad? And I almost did. What I'm telling you is, I don't think that you need to. Maybe if you're like some kind of ultra creative person and you think that you're going to use the the Apple Pencil, maybe go for it. But if you're kind of just an average person like me, don't be tempted just because you got something new and shiny in front of you. It is not worth it. It's almost how I got this tab here. Is I felt like I needed it. These companies market it to you and make you feel like you have to have the latest and greatest. You think you're going to use the pencil, you try to justify it like, I gotta have that new pencil. This old one plugs into the bottom, has to charge. The new one clips onto the side. It's got USB-C now. You don't need any of that. You don't really need a tab. I'm sure people are kind of like me and regret having a tablet altogether. I paid a lot of money for this actually when I first got it. There is a Tab S4 out now. It's a little improvement over this one, but check it out. This one also has a headphone jack. It has the Dolby Digital Surround. It has 4 speakers going around it, or is it Atmos? I don't recall. But anyway, it's a pretty okay media consumption device. It's an okay creation device for half the cost of the new iPad. So all I wanted to make a video about is to tell you, you probably should reconsider if you really consider buying the iPad, especially if you already are involved in the Apple ecosystem and have all the lightning cables. They just switched to USB-C. If you're already on Android and have newer devices, I'm sure you already have plenty of USB-C, and I don't think the iPad is really worth the money. So maybe something to consider is the Tab S3. It gets the job done. My main point is you probably won't really use a tablet as much as you think. So if you have a tablet and you use it and I'm wrong, let me know. I just don't think you're going to. So I really wanted tablets to kind of thrive and wanted to be more useful, but they're just not. So if you like this video, don't be afraid to help the dream succeed. Comment and subscribe. Share my other videos, check them out. And just trying to chase this YouTube thing. So if you would give me a like, I'd appreciate it. Stay tuned. Be easy.